Why didn't it work?
Damn that Drogan! Never trust the Inquisition!
Stand fast, Ultramarines. We can handle a few orcs.
Space Marine! Was that supposed to hurt?
Chaos Demons! How is this possible?
You got new friends now, Space Marine! Inquisitor! Get back! How heroic. Drogan!
I have served you well, Lord Nemeroth.
Traitor.
I see. My servant did all that I hoped and more. But he would never have succeeded without you, Captain Titus. Thanks to these brave Space Marines, we have broken through to this reality. The blessed gateway. Clever fool. You seem surprisingly able to resist my touch, Titus of the Ultramarines. And that of the war, which impressed my servant to no end. You think the Inquisitor a traitor, but Drogan has been dead since before you first met. You have been used by my puppet of flesh and bone. I ain't so easy to kill.
Emperor, protect us. We need an exit.
To the lift!
Did that fiend speak truth? Did we cause a Chaos invasion?
Of course we did. His Inquisitor puppet manipulated us from the moment we met.
And before. The false Inquisitor sent the distress call.
I don't think so, Leandros. The man's urgency, his fear. I believe that was the real Drogan, facing certain death.
And it found him.
But not at the Orks' hands. Somehow the agents of Chaos were already here.
Keep moving!
Exit! Keep moving!
That gate, it's getting bigger. If it gets much larger, Nemeroth can bring his fleet through.
Then we must cut the link between Warp Gate and Tower.
You have a plan.
We use Invictus to sever the orbital spire.
At that range, will the Titan's cannon be effective?
It's time we use the power source to our advantage. To supercharge Invictus, we need to reach that Titan.
Inquisitor Drogan and then possessed his body.
But why?
Alone, there was no way the demon could get the power source past 1 million orcs. It needed help.
And we obliged.
I was deceived. I am responsible for chaos breaking through to this world.
Benjamin, something terrible has happened. Your mother, my Juliet, we got caught in an orc ambush. They called it your sister. She was screaming, and your mother threw herself at them. They laughed, Benjamin. The worst sound I've ever heard. And I grabbed Hannah. But your mother, they took her and they broke her, and I couldn't. We made it to Epsilon Center. Find us, Benjamin. Please. Find us.
Scan complete. Adeptus Astartes. Full access granted.
Exhausted musings, I let my guard down, something a psyker should never do. My desire, my psychic will, reached out into the warp, and the warp reached back. A spark of warp energy appeared before me, tentative, flickering, and powerful. I felt it batter my psychic shields. My shock was absolute. I lost focus. The spark disappeared. I knew I had to get it back.
Ultramarines, attack!
Captain. Duty requires that I put voice to my concerns.
Speak, then.
You held the unshielded power source again, Captain. And again, you emerged from the exposure unscathed.
Position Alpha. Let's go.
You're not leading this raid.
Of course I am.
Lieutenant, we need you in one piece. Let's face it, you're holding us together out here, and if you get...
Codex Astartes warns that those in league with Chaos can withstand the warp's touch.
You forget yourself, Ultramarine.
Leandros, I do not take this warp resistance lightly. But the search for answers must wait until after we deal with this Chaos invasion.
What if that is too late?
Leandros, enough. We need to keep moving.
Load of our camp.
GBA Studio.
Whole lot of magic.